a national celebrity. We're with Winston the emu. He got famous last week because he went missing and everybody was searching for him, including me and Benny, even though we really had no plan for what we would do if we found him. But it seemed like a fun adventure. So Benny, as you see, as much as he's afraid of Lila the cat, is also afraid of Winston. But I, as you know, love all creatures great and small. Okay, come on Winston, you sing with us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I hear the birds outside, they're singing. I see the sun rays rising through the sky. I feel the earth, she's waking up to greet me. And I stop to say thank you, I'm alive. Boker Tov, good morning. All the world is singing out in song. Boker Tov, each morning. Let's all stop to say thank you, we're alive. Modeh ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechezarta bi, high five, nishmati, v'chem la, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha. Winston, today for our morning meet and greeting, we're gonna greet each other like emus.
Make the sound.
The sound that an emu makes is, I forgot. Wheat, wheat.
A little bit like a guinea pig sound he makes.
Okay, like a guinea pig sound. Okay, Benny. Wheat, wheat. Very nice. Hey, Winston. Winston. Wheat, wheat. Okay, whatever. Ooh. So, for our special guest today, we have one of my friends. You might remember her, besides Winston. You might remember her because if you came to see when I was in that show called Reluctant Dragon where I played a knight, and I fought against the dragon. Well, this is the dragon, except for in real life she's not a dragon, she's a person. And she's a teacher in real life, but she's also the mother of this creature. Can everyone say hi to Ms. Redding? Say hi. So this is my friend, Ms. Redding, and she has an emu. And last week, Winston ran away from home, and we were all searching and searching for him. And now he's home, and we're just so glad. Can you tell us some things about Winston and how you got him and what you love about him besides his obvious good looks?
He's quite handsome. So Winston is about 1.5 years old. We don't know 100% that Winston is a boy because they do not reach their adult maturity until they're about between 2 and 3 years of age. We suspect he is a boy. So for all intents and purposes, because he makes more of a pig noise sometimes. So occasionally he makes like a sound. And that is typically a noise that is not a great, that the boys will make, and the females will make more of this really guttural drumming sound, like a deep boom boom. You're like, I can't even make that sound. So there's his. Did you hear it?
He's making a boy sound.
No, so that's his little squeak squeak, his little whistle sound that he makes, and both males and females will make that sound. And
You're so good at the social distancing.
he likes also to check out my hair, so he may also do that with you as well. He likes to.
Well,
He likes curls.
Hair.
He likes curls.
All right, should I take down the hair?
Get some more attention.
All right, come here, Winston. Watch this.
Oh yeah,
Winston.
She's got some
look
fun
what
color in her
Look what
too.
I've got. I've got all the different colors, and it's still a little bit wet, just the way you probably like it.
You like it?
Oh.
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 There might be a worm in there.
Is that you? Oh, that's fun. All right. So what happened? So Winston ran away, and then you put a thing on Facebook. You're like, my emu ran away, and we're like, okay, whatever. And then you were like, my emu still ran away. And then you were like, anybody want to help look for an emu? And I was like, all right, not doing anything else.
Right.
And so we came to look. Well, where are we? Are we in Rockville? Are we right behind JDS?
No, we are in Washington County, Maryland.
Washington County, Maryland. I got to get out a map and figure out where that is. You know
Well
what you do?
beyond the Beltway.
You go like you're driving to you go past Camp Shoresh, and before you start getting on the other road to go to Capitol Camps and Camp Louise, you got to make a left, and you act like you're going to Harper's Ferry, but you don't quite go there. Instead, you get to go down a bunch of other very windy roads, which, if you have your learner's permit, are super fun to try to drive on. So tell us more about Winston. He likes blueberries and grapes
And cucumbers.
and cucumbers.
Kale
And strawberries.
and, collard greens, beets, corn, sunflower seeds, random clover, as far as blackberries and wineberries that are in the area and regions. The blackberries are still in season around here.
I'm now really into emus, and I might, now that I've touched an emu and let him do my hair, I might need to have an emu, but I don't think you can have an emu in the city of Rockville, and I live in the city of Rockville. Do they snuggle with Benny in bed? Could I get like a lap emu for him?
The young emus are actually really small and very, very cute, and so they would definitely qualify as a lap animal at that age. It's just obviously
Then they keep
a little
growing.
bit trickier when they're mostly full size. Yes.
They grow 4 to 6 feet tall.
Yes, they are the second largest bird in the world. The first one is, of course, the ostrich.
Obviously. So how did you, okay, so I can tell you exactly how I got Goldie and Snowy and Lila at my house. You know, Goldie, we found her at an adoption event and she decided she was our dog. Lila was in our front yard and we decided she was our cat. And Snowy, we went to look for a black cat at the shelter and for some reason chose the exact opposite. So, but how do you end up with a pet emu? Wait a minute, wait. So there was a pandemic. I was there.
Yes.
Oh, it's still happening.
It's still
Okay,
happening,
on
yes.
it.
Yes.
Got the mask.
Yes.
Now, there was a pandemic, and most of the people I know started baking,
We did that.
right?
My daughter especially.
I started cleaning things out. I set up like a classroom in my office.
I did that.
But at no point was there a mention in our house about picking up farm animals. What happened?
I have been wanting chickens for a long time. And so, like I said, my slippery slope started with chickens. Started with chickens.
Beware, guys. If you start with chickens, you could end up with an emu.
Yes. And so really, an emu is just a very, very large chicken.
Wait, so your chicken grew into an emu?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that they are,
Hi, baby.
it is a large bird and a large fluffy bird.
Anyway, so you're like, okay, pandemic. I already baked. I already cleaned out this room. I already did that. I did all the laundry. I think I'll get some chickens.
Yep.
And so you got chickens, and then
I got more chickens,
okay,
and then I got more chickens.
and they were very cute.
We got the 2 goats.
And then they got goats.
So,
I got a
Cocoa,
new pair of
toffee.
shoes, but I did not get goats.
yes. So we
Mr.
had,
Rushfield should be glad
right?
that we shop in different stores.
So I didn't even, those actually goats I acquired for free. They were
Free goats.
free goats living in the city of Gaithersburg.
Free goats living in Gaithersburg, a bug.
Goats are not allowed to live in the city of Gaithersburg
Note that, guys. No goats in Gaithersburg,
except during the fair.
except during the fair.
And the
What about goats in Rockville? Do we know?
they don't have the fair, so I don't know if, like I said, there's a specific regulation for or
So
against.
we possibly could have goats and an emu in our backyard. Okay, so then you got goats because somebody had goats and they weren't allowed to have goats, so they needed a new home for the goats.
Yes,
And you were like,
immediately.
okay,
Yes.
I'll take some goats. And then you had your goats and you're like, all right, I'm living the life. I got all these chickens. I got goats. I still got a pandemic, but that's all right.
Yep.
And then what happened?
So because of the chickens, I was on a few different Facebook groups, and
There's Facebook groups for people like this.
yes, for people.
I'm like on the teacher Facebook group. Okay, anyway, so you're on this Facebook group that had nothing to do with Bitmoji or Pear Deck
Or technically emus.
or
It was a chicken
emus.
group.
It was a chicken group. There's chicken groups.
There are chicken groups. So this is specific to Maryland chickens.
Maryland chicken group. Oy vey.
And there was a person who actually lives in Boonesboro, who
That's where we are, Boonesboro.
that's you're right. As far as where we are in the actual state of in county of Washington County, we're on the close to the Frederick County border and the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail crosses sort of the top of the mountain.
I saw that.
And anyway, so she posted that she was looking to rehome her emu, and
Rehome her emu. Why?
they had sort of, I think the emu was not getting the attention and love that it needed at that time, and they had moved on to other animals and things.
They replaced their emu with a different animal? What was it, an elephant? What could be better than an emu?
I don't know. I would not have agreed with them on that one, but
What's
that's
her name?
okay.
Carol Baskin?
No tigers, nothing like that. I think they were going less exotic.
Oh, okay.
So downsizing on that level.
Well, maybe they were just like, you know what, we understand Winston needs more love than we can give. I'm sure there's someone who needs an emu.
And it came me.
And there.
There it was.
And so how do you bring an emu home?
Very carefully. So we went, actually my daughter and I went to meet the Winstons. I said, hey, I'm interested in this emu, but I'd like to meet him. I'd like to see whether or not that was actually a reasonable thing for me to covet, as it were.
I think I saw in the Ten Commandments that thou shalt not covet
Covet
thy neighbor's
an
emu.
I totally did. And so he was not very tame at that moment. Like he was in a smaller space. He was in a much smaller space. And I don't think he'd been,
So this is tame.
yes.
This
like
is a
he's-
tame, quiet, gentle emu. So then you were like, he's not tame, so I'll take him.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I fell in love with his little crooked smile. Because if you can see, he's got a little bit, his beak's a little crooked.
You have a crooked. Oh, you got a sweet face.
Yeah, exactly. And his face was just so cute. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
So then do you
have
like
you.
start Googling how to care for an emu?
Yes. And like how much space do they need, and what kind of diet, and all that other stuff, how long they live, how fast they can run, etc. And so then did my homework, and about a week or so later,
She did some research and she did her homework, which is what we should all do before getting a new pet.
yes. So we got, these are dog kennels actually, so this is 3 dog kennels put together to make
Oh, okay.
the fencing. And
And
it was
you
actually
used your
really
trees
easy
nearby,
and
yeah.
way cheaper than if I had gotten the same amount of like a full fence that's that. But I can also move it if need be and do this different stuff.
Oh,
So
goodness.
We'll see. We'll see.
Emu. I mean Winston. And now Winston has his own Twitter
He
account.
does.
He's gotten a little famous now.
At W Featherbill. And
Right.
he's got a Tumblr account as well.
He's got a Tumblr. I don't even know what Tumblr is anymore. It was like from 1973. Well, thank you so much for sharing Winston with us because, well, we didn't need to do another one where Benny had to take the cookie and put it into his mouth. This is way more exciting. Let's see if Benny will even get close to Winston.
Social distancing.
He's social distancing. Now we know that Benny is as afraid or more afraid of Winston than he is of Lila. What do you think, Benny? Which is scarier, Lila or Winston?
Winston.
Winston is scarier than Lila. I wonder what Lila would do. She'd be like, "What up?"
Lila is a
Cat.
cat.
With no claws.
Oh.
That he's afraid of.
Well,
Jumps on the
Winston,
I like his little hand. Have you thought of painting his nail?
I have, but I didn't think he would go for it just
Oh,
yet.
not yet.
We're not quite there yet.
It's a lot, but
But look, he's lots of feathers. Like there's a lot.
he got so
mostly-
many
there's
feathers.
Mostly feather.
He's so cute. Sorry about playing with your butt, Winston. Do you like that, Winston? All right. Talk to you later, Winston. Just kidding. That's not the sound you make.
But the crows are around here. Probably too.
Can I take that and can I try to get a picture of his crooked face? Ooh, is that your Winston poop?
That is-
Winston poop!